faces of the franchise program have some of the best cards in Diamond Dynasty right now. 90 overall Mike Trout, Luis Robert, Byron Buxton, Cody Bellinger, just to name a few. They are all great, and some of them actually go for extremely low prices on the market right now. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the best faces of the franchise cards to actually go out and buy if you didn't get luck in your first non-sellable pack for less than 20,000 stubs. There are a ton of great options. So if you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Red button beaming.
Today, we're going to be talking about some of the best budget faces of the franchise cards that you can get right now. You guys love the budget diamond video, love the budget gold video. So in this one, we're going to talk about some of these 90 overall cards that honestly on the market right now are extremely cheap. Let's take this 90 overall Devin Williams, for example. A 90 overall coming out of your bullpen at the beginning of the year. 112 hits per nine, 114 Ks per nine. And take a look at the individual pitch break from Devin Williams. 99 on the circle change, four-seam fastball, cutter, screwball, some of the nastiest pitch break in the entire game, and you can get them with a buy order right now. Make sure you guys are putting in buy orders. Don't buy them for the buy now price of $15,454. Make sure you are putting a buy order in a little higher than the sell now price. So you want to put in for about 14,001 stubs. Let's go to the market real quick. That way I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about with this Devin Williams card. But there are so many great budget options here in the faces of the franchise program that we're going to go over in this video, and Devin Williams is just the first. So like I said, what you want to do here for this Devin Williams or any of these cards, you want to put a buy order in. So pay attention to the right side hand of the screen here. You're going to see the top buy order right now is in for 14,000 stubs. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead here and I want to put a buy order in for a little more expensive than 14,000 stubs, because what that means if somebody goes ahead and they quick sell a Devin Williams, I'm going to be the next one in line to actually get him. So let's say 14,050. I put that 14,050 in. I'm not going to put it in because I already have Devin Williams on my team and I don't want to spend the stubs here. But if I did not have him, I can get him for 14,050 stubs instead of 15,454. So I save myself about 1,500 stubs and I got a great reliever into my bullpen. So make sure you guys, and you'll see right there the 14,000 one just got fulfilled, so now I can get them for less than 14,000 stubs. So I put a buy order in. So make sure you all are putting buy orders in for these faces of the franchise cards or any cards on the market. But Devin Williams is the first budget card that we're going to talk about because that card is extremely nasty. The next one I want to talk about, this guy is always underrated in every single program he comes out. 90 overall Bryan Reynolds. He does it all. Power is a little low, but it's really good against righties, which obviously the best pitchers in the game are righties, so that'll actually work. 60 power against lefties definitely isn't great, but we are at the beginning of the year, so it's not horrible. But he's a switch-handed bat, great contact against both sides, 90 against righties, 100 against lefties, power against righties at 81, and then 60 against lefties. He's very good in the field, and he has very good speed, 84 fielding, 82 arm, 60 accuracy, 85 reaction time, and then 85 speed. Again, Bryan Reynolds is always underrated. Make sure to take advantage of this card, but you can get him as cheap as 13,500 stubs on the marketplace right now with a buy order. That is way too cheap. This card is severely discounted. No reason why Bryan Reynolds shouldn't be on your team unless you have guys like Robert, Luis Robert, Mike Trout, Byron Buxton, who I do like better than Bryan Reynolds. But if you can't afford Trout, because right now he's 30,000 stubs on the marketplace, Bryan Reynolds can be your center fielder until you get that Mike Trout, Buxton, Luis Robert, who we're going to talk about in this video too. Bryan Reynolds is way too cheap. And take a look at the quirks here. 13 on this Bryan Reynolds card. He's great at hitting fastballs, first pitch hitter, unfazed, speedster, hitting machine. He is a great card. To be honest with all of you, all of these 90 overall faces of the franchise cards are extremely budget friendly and they're all very good. I'm just selecting a few that I think are better than the rest for their price point. Like a 90 overall Tommy Edman for 14,000 stubs with these stats is excellent for a budget friendly team, but I wouldn't pick him over Bryan Reynolds or Devin Williams. Joey Votto, again, I wouldn't spend the 15K on Joey Votto because there are better first basemen than Joey Votto that you can get that are gold cards, diamond cards that cost less than this Joey Votto card. But again, he's still a very good budget-friendly option. Marcus Stroman, on the other hand, is a very good starting pitcher. He has an excellent pitch mix. He doesn't have the best per nine stats, but not a lot of pitchers do at this point in the year. But he does have a sinker, slider, splitter, cutter, four-seam fastball. That is a great pitch selection. Okay per nine stats, velo, break, all that stuff is okay. So he's a pretty solid budget option in my opinion. For only 14,000 stubs, if you need some starting pitching, he is a very good option. As we're going to move on here to the AL Central, and there are a few to keep in mind here. Byron Buxton, Emmanuel Class A, and Luis Robert, all under 20K, all about 16,000 stubs here, and they are all excellent. Let's start things off with Luis Robert. 90 overall, obviously. He is excellent against lefties. 106 contact against lefties, 97 power against lefties, and he's not bad against righties either. He might be better than Byron Buxton at the plate, in my opinion. I think he might have a little bit of a better swing. It's very, very close. Buxton seems like he does have more power behind his swing, but Robert has a better PCI size, and he gets on base for me more than Byron Buxton does, but Buxton does hit more home runs. 81 contact against righties, 74 power against righties. Fielding stats, though, he's not Byron Buxton in the field, but he's excellent as well. 88 fielding, 74 arm, 59 accuracy, 89 reaction time, and then 93 speed. You can use Robert in left field or right field, wherever you want to put him, probably left field, and then use Byron Buxton in center field. You can have both of them on your team, even though they're both center fielders, and he's only 16,000 stubs. This card is seriously undervalued. You definitely want to go ahead and pick him up. Then we're going to have Emmanuel Class A, outlier cutter coming out of the bullpen. What more do you want from a 90 overall that's only going to cost you 16,000 stubs on the marketplace with his outlier cutter, slider, four-seam fastball, every pitch 90 plus miles an hour, 106 hits per 9, 81 Ks per 9. Obviously, like I said, great velo. Break is also not bad, 93 on the slider, 75 on the cutter, which is okay, and like I said, comes with that outlier cutter for only 16,000 stubs on the market. Must add to your bullpen. Casey Mize, Andrew Benintendi, I think you do better than their positions for their respective price point, so I wouldn't go there. Byron Buxton, on the other hand, like I talked about with Luis Robert, he has great power. I hit a lot of home runs with Buxton. Right now I'm batting 378 with Byron Buxton with 8 home runs in 37 plate appearances. That is insane. Over a 1.0 slugging percentage here for Byron Buxton. He is excellent. 84 power against righties, 78 against lefties. Contact against righties is a little low, so I might have to replace him when I get to Hall of Fame or Legend because his PCI size is going to be too low, but hopefully it doesn't matter too much because I want to use Buxton because he's hitting a ton of home runs for me at the leadoff spot. 99 fielding, 98 arm, 83 accuracy, 99 reaction time, and then 99 speed for Buxton. One of the best defensive outfielders in the entire game. Put Buxton in center field, Robert in left field, and Brian Reynolds in right field. That's a budget outfield for you guys. For only 50K, you get these 390 overall cards. What more could you want for 50,000 stubs in the game right now? In the NL East, there aren't a ton of great budget options because all these guys are 20K plus, so they're not going to fit into this video because I'm trying to keep the budget under 20,000 stubs, but they are all great. Josh Bell is a great switch-handed bat. I will talk about him here. He has extreme power. A lot of people really like this card, including me. He is a very solid card. Lindor is great. Glitchy swing, switch-handed bat, but he's just a little too expensive for me right now to put on this video. Jazz is great, lefty bat, very good swing, solid across the board. And then Acuna comes with that great speed, massive power, and cannon of an arm in the outfield. So they're all great, but they're too expensive right now. And honestly, the outfield options, I would take Robert and Buxton over Acuna because the power is great from Acuna, but the contact against righties isn't great, and the fielding stats actually aren't good besides his arm. So Acuna isn't worth the price point, in my opinion, compared to some of the other budget options that we already talked about. In the AL East, though, we can get these guys for about 20,000 stubs with the buy order. Their buy now price is 23,000, but with the buy order, let's say for Aroldis Chapman, lefty reliever coming out of the bullpen. You guys know Chapman. He throws hard. He has an excellent fastball, and then you throw that slider in. Tricks a lot of your opponents with 116 hits per 9, 118 Ks per 9. You can get this card for 20,000 stubs, and probably later today, even cheaper as more people come onto the game. He has that four-seam fastball. It's going to reach 99, 100 miles an hour, 86 on the slider, splitter, two-seam fastball, and his pitch break is actually really good too because he has 99 pitch break on the slider and the splitter. Great option for the bullpen, especially as a lefty reliever. Devers has a great swing. He can play first base. I would rather have Rafael Devers over Joey Votto at first base. I would have Devers play first over third because his defense is not great for the hot corner, in my opinion, but there are better options than Devers and Joey Votto for their price point. I would go cheaper, get guys that can hit. Pete Alonso has great power, and he's only a couple thousand stubs, and you don't need great defense at first base, but Devers is a great bat. If you really like Devers' swing, you can use him, and you can try him at third base. Cedric Mullins fits into that outfield that I was talking about earlier. You can choose him over Brian Reynolds or over Buxton, over Luis Robert, whichever one of those guys you don't like the most, replace them with Cedric Mullins. Lefty bat, great swing, great pop at the plate, really solid defense this year. They really bumped up his defense, good speed, 85 fielding, 72 arm, 50 accuracy, 87 reaction time, and then 82 speed. I love this Mullins card. This Mullins card is absolutely amazing. Great swing. Definitely recommend picking him up if you're not working with some of the other guys that I talked about already. Wander Franco, don't really like this card though, not gonna lie. His power and contact against righties too low. He is excellent against lefties, but there's not enough great lefty pitching in the game as of yet, so I wouldn't go with this Wander card yet. Wait till there's a better one of Wander to come out if you really want to use him to put onto your team. But he is really good defensively and speed wise, so you could use him if you're looking for a good defensive shortstop, but again, I wouldn't go with him. Alek Manoah actually isn't horrible. I don't think he's great, but he's a solid starter for only 20K with a buy order. 4-seam fastball, slider, sinker, circle change. He can fit into your rotation with 100 hits per 9 at parallel 5, will have 104 hits per 9, the best hits per 9 from a starting pitcher in this program, so actually not bad with decent velo and really solid pitch break, 99 on the slider. We do have 2 more divisions of players to talk about here, but the AL West, all these guys are 25K plus because they are the last pack. I guess a lot of people haven't gotten to them yet, so Trout's like 30K, Corey Seager's about 28K, very expensive to get right now, but Seager, Trout, Kyle Tucker, Sean Murphy, Haniger, they're all great cards. Honestly, they are excellent. I love all of these cards in this pack. They can all make your starting team. They are great. They just cost a little bit too much for this video, so they won't be in here. But for the NL West, these actually have some of the cheapest cards in the entire program. If this is your first year playing MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty, you might not know how good Cody Bellinger actually is in Diamond Dynasty. Take away what he's doing in real life right now. I know he's struggling. Don't worry about that. He has a 90 overall card in this game. He has one of the best swings in the entire game. Lefty bat, he can play every single outfield position, which he can do exceptionally well, or you can play him at first base, which is where I have him right now because his power plays way higher than it actually says on paper right here. 89 power against righties, 87 against lefties. Absolute stud defensively, 89 fielding, 99 arm in the outfield to start off the year, 66 accuracy, 92 reaction time, 75 speed, and for only 14,000 stubs. Other than Bellinger, Cronenworth is a great budget option. Can play every single infield position, so you need a first baseman, a third baseman, a shortstop, a second baseman. Cronenworth can do it all, and his contact is solid. His fielding is really good, especially for the second baseman spot with that 69 arm, and then he has 82 speed. His hitting stats aren't amazing, but he is a good bat, and he plays above the stats for me, in my opinion. I've always liked Cronenworth cards, and again, only 14,000 stubs. And the final card in this pack that I would go ahead and get, kind of like Marcus Stroman that we talked about earlier, is going to be Logan Webb. Excellent pitch mix, but the per 9 stats are a little low in my opinion, but I still would go out and get him because he's only 14,000 stubs, and he has a sinker, slider, changeup, 4-seam fastball, and cutter, and the pitch break is really good. All 5 pitches 75 and above for the beginning of the year is amazing, and he has 99 on the changeup and 99 on the sinker. He's a great starting pitching option. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for the video today. Budget faces of the franchise cards that are all less than 20,000 stubs on the marketplace. If you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it, and make sure to follow me over on Twitch, which I will be live from today. So I'll catch you all there. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.